Hi all, welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to give you some tips on how to apply sunscreen. I have seen people do avoid using sunscreen. Sometimes they do neglect the process of applying sunscreen, and I can say that the average number of men have this kind of tendency, and some of them also talk like that. As they are men, they don't even need any skincare or like sunscreen. So this is something what I think very immature and very unscientific, because the reason we use sunscreen is very important. We don't use sunscreen just for avoiding of getting a tan or look darker. Is like this is a part of it, but it's not exactly what I have seen. People who staying in Europe, they do love look little tannish, so they also do apply something that give them that tan look. So this is also a part of beauty, right? We do use sunscreen actually to protect our skin from the UVA and UVB rays. Those rays cause skin cancer. Previously I have made videos on sunscreen, and I have given you idea about why we need to use sunscreen. And if you are not aware about that video, I have shared the link here. You can go and check it. I know it would be helpful for you. And also I have made another video where I have described in detail what all things we need to check when we are going to buy a sunscreen. So choosing a sunscreen is also very important. You can go in the description box, also in the screen you can see the video is here, so you can definitely go and check. I know this would be very important videos for you. Now let's jump to the main topic: how to apply sunscreen. First point is, we sometimes go through a skincare routine, like we have morning skincare routine and we do follow some sort of steps. So when you should place sunscreen, that after doing the entire skincare routine, you go for the sunscreen. This is the first point. The second point is, don't just go and use sunscreen like taking a huge amount and put on all over your face. This is not the way one should use the sunscreen. What we have to do is, you have to put some dots all over your face with the sunscreen, and then you have to spread them evenly all over your face. I know many of us using a sunscreen spray. In that case also, you can, what you have to do is, you have to spray until you are getting the even protection. All over your face or the open areas, the thing should be sprayed evenly. The third point here is amount of sunscreen. I have seen people are asking this question a lot: how much sunscreen we need for a proper sun protection? Now the answer is, it totally depends upon the people to people, because we don't have similar kind of skin structure and this thing. So keeping those all things in mind, one thing you have to do is, you have to apply sunscreen the more amount you think you need, because the more you can do the protection for your skin, it will work really good. I know nowadays we are quite aware about many more things regarding sunscreen, but still we are lacking some points. That's the reason I'm here to talk about. So I have seen people are asking this question on a huge amount, that how much sunscreen I need. If you think you need a very small person, I will tell you that you don't limit it. You apply sunscreen more than you think you have that need. Okay, so suppose you are working under sun for a long day, and you definitely need a lot amount of sunscreen. You have to keep that in your mind. The fourth point is quite connected to the third point, because the amount of sunscreen, and what I think here is, you have to apply a thick layer of sunscreen. It doesn't mean that the sunscreen is quite thicker. No, the way you are applying it also doesn't mean that the look, that whitish look you have to get applying the sunscreen. No, I'm not talking about that. You just apply a thick layer of sunscreen. If you're applying one layer, you think that I have to go and stay longer under the sun. You do is like second or third coat too, so that you can get a thick layer and you can protect your skin properly. The fifth point is all about the timing. I have seen people are applying sunscreen and going out then and then under the sun, but this is a big no. So what you have to do is, you have to apply sunscreen at least before 20 minutes. Your body and your face is coming to the exposure of sun. So you have to understand this, because the sunscreen should stay in your body for 20 minutes to make the proper seal. Because of that, this rule is applicable, and if you can do and if you can maintain that, definitely you will get a better result. So what you have to do, you have to apply sunscreen 20 minutes before you going under the sun. The sixth point is the lips and the eye areas, because these areas are quite sensitive, and I can say these are the most sensitive areas of our face. So we can't forget about this all, because what we do is, whenever we go out, we're in a hurry, we do apply sunscreen, we do forget to apply it on our lips or our eye areas. Forget about that. I know many of us not aware about it. You have to apply sunscreen on your lips and in your eyes areas too, because those areas are sensitive and they are also coming to your sunlight. So you have to understand that, as those all are skins only. So it's all about protecting the skin. So why not lips and eyes? You have to be quite careful about it. Specifically when it comes to eye, I always tell you guys that you have to be extra careful. I'm not asking you to apply sunscreen rubbing your eyes, because this is not at all advisable. What you have to do is, you have to apply sunscreen smoothly and very calmly, and also using your ring finger, so that your eye don't get that much pressure. This is very sensitive area. Also you can do is, you can just take sunscreen and you can just tap. Be little careful, you should not put sunscreen inside your eyes. The seventh point is reapplying the sunscreen. So I do understand that we all are into different kind of work field, and because of that our work schedules are different. But when you have to reapply the sunscreen, that you have to understand. If you are working somewhere where you have to go to the office in the morning, but you are coming back by the evening, you are staying inside a room, during those kind of days or those kind of jobs, you don't need to reapply sunscreen. When you have to reapply sunscreen, that when you know that you have to go to somewhere and you have to go out for longer time, you are working long hours under the sun, or you are going to office and you know you have to go out again, then you have to reapply sunscreen, and the time duration will be like 2 to 3 hours. Every 2 to 3 hours we have to reapply sunscreen, so that we can give the protection properly. And I know many of us have the question that if I'm going to the workplace applying makeup, how I will go with the sunscreen. In that case, I will tell you that there are many makeup companies have launched their foundations with SPF. You can choose them. Don't apply makeup before doing any sunscreen base. You have to do the sunscreen base before wearing the makeup. So then only, if you're going for office during the daytime, you have to do the makeup. What you have to do is, like, you have to do the makeup base using a sunscreen with a good SPF, at least SPF 30. And then you can choose a foundation which is also giving you SPF 30. Then after going to the office or at your workplace, if you feel like you have to reapply as you are going out again after 2 hours, then definitely you can go with the foundation which is already giving you SPF 30. So you can carry your foundation and you can definitely take a few and just tap all over your face, and it will give you the protection. And also you can tap your eyes and your lips also, so that you can get the protection there too. And as we all women do carry lipsticks, I know this is not an issue. And also you can carry your eye makeup too, to give a final touch, because whenever we go out, we do carry a big bag. I have seen many of us. So to protect our skin, why we can't do that? And if you think that you're not comfortable with makeup, don't do makeup every day. I won't recommend it to do makeup every day if you don't require it. But if you require it, I have seen some professions, especially people are with hospitality industry, they really need it, and as they need it, they don't need to go out a lot. This is very rare for them, I have seen. So in that case, yeah, you can carry those all things. You guys are given, I mean, a beautiful, changing room, so you can definitely maintain these all things. Finally, we have to apply sunscreen. All those parts gonna get the exposure of sunlight. We have to be quite careful about it. We have to be conscious about it, because we really we do forget these all things. Neck, shoulder, hands, feet, legs, what all are the body parts, lips, eye areas, these all parts are very important, all our skin, and we have to maintain this quite sincerely. So whenever we are going out, we have to think about that, which all are the parts gonna get the exposure of sun, or which all are the parts going to get exposed to the sun. So we have to understand it, and we have to apply sunscreen all those parts of our body. I know this is quite confusing, but all are the all those parts covering the skin, we need the sunscreen if we are going to get to work under the sun, or we are going to get the exposure of sunlight. Now you can definitely ask me, what about the scalp area, because this is also skin there, so we have to protect the scalp also. For that, you need to use a cap or hat. See, I have seen these people are mocking others about using sun protection. See, don't just, think about what people are saying, because this is very, not appreciated thing. I don't know why people do talk about these all things and want to make fun of others. This is really not appreciated. This is your protection, and you definitely have to think about it. I don't know why they do so. I think this is their lack of knowledge, because they are not aware about sun protection, sun damage, and how much damage can happen due to the harmful rays of sunlight. Because of that they do, but I would love to suggest you that just ignore them. This is all about your protection, your health, so ignore their words. It doesn't matter what people say, you just protect yourself and live a happy life. Now, if you have any question about the sun protection, sunscreen, and what all things we do face in our daily life regarding the beauty and makeup, you can definitely comment down. If I have those answers, I will definitely talk about those. So bye for now, live a happy, healthy life, and love yourself.